Alright, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, and we're done the tutorial dungeon, and we're going to go into our first actual dungeon
Maker
crawl, which
of
is...
madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Alright, and it is another sort of like tutorial type of dungeon. Um, oh, I think these are the DLC locations. So anyways, and so this one, the dungeon is always the same. But then after this, every other dungeon crawl is going to be random. This is why they call Darkest Dungeon a roguelike game, where some of the attributes of roguelikes is permadeath. So when your characters die, they die for good. You can't get them back. And randomness, sort of like randomly generated worlds. But this first one is not randomly generated. And so this is the reward that we get for going into the dungeon. We want to get our party. All right, and I guess this type of party has a name. Let's see. Let's just do a quick review of our party before we go in. So we have a plague doctor, which I sort of like. They have these blight-inducing type of bombs, which is really good for the ruins that we're going in. And let's see, we have Bolting Vapors, Disorientating Blast, which is also useful. But let's see the quirks. So every time you go through a dungeon, you usually get some quirks, sometimes negative, sometimes positive. And so here's a positive quirk, plus 15 move resistance. So there's certain types of attacks that can actually move your player. Plus 4 speed on the first round, that is fantastic. If the Plague Doctor can go first, you can usually do like a plague grenade, which hits the 2 back ranks. Manic for money. So this will mean, I think it means that they steal money, or they try to open chests. I'm not 100% sure what this one does, but we'll find out as we go. We're not going to be camping at this stage in the game. That's not, no worries there. Okay. Oops, nope. Okay, Vestal, this is a typical healer unit. She has Mace Bash, which we'll probably not ever use, but we will use Judgment. It's an attack that can also heal herself. A Stunning attack, which also increases the amount of light. And I'm definitely going to be playing this with torches fully lit. I want this to be an easy playthrough to at least just get to finish the game. And Divine Grace is a powerful heal. So she has a quirk around bleed resistance, and she does extra damage against humans and suffers less stress against humans. So that will be like bandits, like we encountered on the road. Nocturnal. So minus. Okay, so she doesn't like it when it's super bright. Given that I'm going to be playing this game with things super bright, I'm probably going to want to remove this quirk. Then again, having the healer go first. Well, yeah, the healer going first is sometimes good as well. And so this is the characters that we already know from the previous one. So Hard Noggin, plus 15 stun resistance, that's good. Plus 2 speed, that's awesome. Always want speed. Speed is great. The faster your characters can do an attack, the less opportunities that the enemy mobs can do an attack. Plus 10 damage. Oh yeah, it's not allowed to gamble while in town. So there's different ways to reduce stress when you're finished a dungeon. And this just means that he can't go to the gambling parlor or the casino in order to reduce stress, which is fine. All right, and Warrior of Light. Okay, so it does more damage if the torch is high. God-fearing will only pray for stress relief. And Kleptomaniac is always irritating because it means that they will try to loot things and will take the goods, which is always frustrating. But this is our party, and we don't really have a choice for the first one. Let's go.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
That's not dark at all. Okay, so I think 8 torches is usually the what you need. And I think 8 food. Definitely need at least 2 shovels, and I think holy water is good, and at least a couple keys. Now, different items are tailored towards different dungeons. So keys will open chests and other kinds of things. Shovels are needed to sometimes open some of the curios in the game, but also to remove walls, which there's definitely a wall in this first dungeon. Food is for healing and just for your. There's a random chance that your party will be hungry and you have to have food in order to eat. And if you don't have food, you get stressed. Anti-venom, I think self-explanatory, and same with bandages, stops bleeding. Medicinal herbs, you can see here, can also cleanse certain kind of debuffs. And holy water can be add a bonus to stuff. Laudanum looks like it does something around helping against stress. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it's for. Okay. I think that's good enough. And yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the mechanics of the game. Hopefully, you'll sort of see some of them as I play it. But I will try to be explaining my reasoning for the types of attacks and all that other kind of stuff that I do. All right, so we have no choice but go this direction. Da, da, da. Okay, this curio is always safe. Gives us a torch. And so okay, we're at 76%. Okay. These guys are pretty easy. I think we can just try to stun one. Cool. So the undead or unholy don't bleed. And I think I'm just going to try to do damage. And I'm going to have you... You're already stunned. Let's just have you do some damage.
Soothed. Sedated.
Alright, easy peasy.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, we got a scout, which is great. We can see here that there's an obstacle here. There's going to be a battle there. When you scout, you're guaranteed not to be surprised, which is great. All right.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So if you don't use a shovel to clear things, I believe you get damaged and a lot of stress. Okay, good. We surprised them. Now, the Acolyte, they are a stress dealer. So we want to sort of deal with that immediately. Okay. So they are getting to get 4 damage per turn. She has 12 hit points. I would like... Okay, so now she's guaranteed to die in 2 turns. Cool. And so she'll get off 1 attack. And I think I'm okay with that. I could try to stun her. There we go. Okay, now she's definitely going to die. And you, are you going to be able to kill one of these? Okay, guaranteed to kill if the hit. So 85% chance to hit. 7 to 13. Not 100% chance to kill this one. So I think if we attack him, we're pretty much guaranteed to kill him.
Executed with impunity.
And he will get 1 attack in. And that's alright. And what we can do is... Then he'll light, 5 damage. Okay, and he's dead now.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Cool.
Unforgiving.
Okay, we got another scout. Okay, so we see that there's a curio is like a thing that you can open or to get like loot. And then there's a battle and a treasure in there. I think what we might do is go up this way and then maybe around and then back and then go finish the dungeon that way. Let's see what. Oh, see, here's yeah, so because of the kleptomaniac, or the kleptomania, where do we see that? Yeah, kleptomaniac, prone to stealing items. Renault took our stuff, which should have been ours. Which is always why I like to clear that court. Okay. We didn't surprise him, unfortunately. I think, again, deal with the stress. Stress person first. And so this is a human. So we could actually get him to bleed. Or we can do a shot, because if he does 9 damage, then she'll die the next. That's actually pretty good. Okay. Yeah, so she gets one attack, and then she's dead. Okay, so you saw how you got rearranged. Oh, that's decent damage there. Now the problem is he can't do anything from here. So he has to move up that way. That's sort of a wasted of a turn. So she's gonna die. Let's see if we can stun. Who do I want to stun? Where should I heal? Oh, let's stun. And same stun resistance, so I'm gonna stun. Never mind, I'm not gonna stun. Oh well. Okay, well, you can at least make him bleed, hopefully. Nope, resisted. Okay. Sometimes you just don't get the roll of the dice. That's alright. Let's... see if we can get him to die this round. So hopefully he doesn't go. Cool. So I'm gonna do this to 3 to 7. So if we can get a 5. If I do that, that's a 7. Let's do this. Okay, cool. So the skeleton's gonna die. I want you to heal him. Perfect.
Is the weapon that cuts on its own.
As long as he doesn't go first, awesome. Done.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Don't like it because -1 speed. Now, this is where we want to use a key.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
And we have a trap coming up. That's what the purple bit is. And so 90%, 60, 50. Okay, we'll get him to do it. The thing is, though, with disarming traps is that you can reduce stress, but the other ones just sort of had too low of a percentage of being able to do that. Okay, let's go down this way. Another trap. And we're going to have a little bit of a battle. I want you to... There we go. Get our light up. And if I recall correctly, I can't remember what this altar does, but I think... Oh, great. I think this can clear a negative quirk. Let's start attacking this guy. That's not too bad. This gives him the chance of killing one of them. This one doesn't. But it could... I think in these early stages, this is okay. You need to heal. Okay, that's fine. Oh, good dodge. And I want you... How much damage? 2 to 4. I think I want you to shoot him. Awesome.
Formation is broken. Maintain
And
the offensive.
let's stun. Cool. So only one of them will attack. Awesome. Let's just kill. Make sure that we kill this one.
Another abomination cleansed
Great.
from our lands.
And that gives you the opportunity to do another heal. With a crit, even better. And you're stunned, so you do nothing. This is going great. Okay.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, so I'm... Normally I would look up which thing to use, which each curio. I'm going to try to actually trial and error and memorize them. So this one, an ornate fountain of holy... Okay. I think if we investigate the fountain... or put holy water, we'll remove a negative quirk. Divine benefit. Okay. So we just healed. Never mind. Alright. We do want to go this way to get this curio. Then we'll backtrack. Okay, more holy water. Cool. And so backtracking does cause stress. Because, you know, if you're in a dark dungeon, you want to get out. That's my understanding of that mechanic. That makes sense. Here comes this kleptomaniac again. What did he take? Dang, I want those deeds. So that's how we upgrade our stuff, or upgrade the town. And so here's the random hunger check. So we're going to eat 4 food. If we don't do that, we get stressed. Or if we don't have enough food. Okay, let's continue adventuring because our party is doing pretty well. And let's see what other good stuff is in here. So there's another treasure. So we definitely want that. We have another wall. So we just use our shovel. And let's see who we need to destroy. Okay. It's a bigger mob. This bone courtier deals with a lot of stress, but at least our attack here can hit both targets, and they both are blight, which is great. I want you to attack.
Confidence surges
That
as
was
the
easy.
enemy crumbles.
So I do want one more attack on him, because then he'll be getting 4 damage in the next round, which will most likely kill him. Let's stun that guy. Okay. And I want you... Yeah. Okay, so he's only got 5 more hit points left. That's great. And a dodge. Perfect. Alright, I want you now. So you still have 10 hit points. I would like you to be stunned. Perfect. And I want you to... 4 to 7. So there's a chance that we don't kill. Yeah, we'll go for him first. Because this guy should be able to... Oh,
Death waits
okay.
for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Hopefully he goes. Yes. Okay. So he can just go for this guy. And that's a guaranteed kill. You have 6 hit points left. If I do this, 3 to 6. Want the guaranteed kill.
The onslaught. Destroy them all.
And if I do this, she gets a heal. That's no good. Oh well. Yeah. Hopefully you can stun him. Awesome. And he's dead next round. Unfortunately, he still gets an attack, but that's okay. We can deal damage is fine. This is our last round. Nice crit. Reduces a little bit of stress. And you just...
Back to the pit.
Awesome. Okay. We need a key.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Awesome. Great. And that's it for this dungeon. Lots of gold. Some crests. -1 speed. Don't want that. We need speed. Speed is everything. And we collected a lot of heirlooms, which is awesome. Yeah. So we should be able to upgrade the buildings some more. And we got lots of experience. And what quirks did we pick up? -2 speed. Okay. That's not good. That doesn't really matter. In town we'll never drink, so it doesn't go to the bar. And it's harder to get stunned. Okay. But I think Renault has some pretty bad quirks that we want to get rid of. But we'll wait a little bit.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay, so we're in week 2. We can see that the Abbey and Tavern are now unlocked. And you can see here that we've achieved one of our quest goals, which was like finishing that tutorial tutorial dungeon. And here's where we have 2 more buildings opened up. So let's just take a quick peek at them, and then we'll go into our next week in the next episode. So first off is Tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
So with the bar, you can put a character there to, like, let's say here, you spend 1,000 gold and you come away with less stress. But with all of these, sometimes certain things can happen. Like at the gambling hall, you might actually lose much more gold. And at the bar, I can't remember what can happen to you if you're... Like there's certain random numbers that can be, or dice rolls that can happen where other negative things happen. You might get the stress heal, but you might lose some gold, or you might gain a negative quirk. Or for example, like... yeah, so you can see here that because of... What is it? God-fearing will only pray for stress relief. And now it's actually locked in. One of them said that they known cheat is not allowed to gamble. That's usually fine. I'm happy with that one being locked in. Still don't know what Manic for Money is. But some of them will only drink, and then, of course, like all buildings, this one can be upgraded as well. And the other one is the Abbey, which is another place for stress relief.
The pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
And so you can see here, like, so this is the only place that Renault can go to get stress relief. But right now our party's pretty good and doesn't really need much stress relief. All right, I think I'm gonna put a cut here, and I'll see you in the next week of Darkest Dungeon.